Happy America Recycles Day. This is Savannah joining you from the Anita Purves Nature Center at the Urbana Park District. And I want to share with you some common items and whether or not those are recyclable. So first, I have some common carryout items. And as you can see, I've got a recycle bin here and a wastebasket on the other side. So most of these materials are completely recyclable, both the lids and the containers. So all three of these are plastic lids, plastic containers. There are different kinds of plastic, but those are all recyclable. Next I've got these containers here. Two of them are styrofoam. There's a black one and a white one. And those are not recyclable in our U-Cycle program here in Urbana. But there is another place you can take them. So I'm going to set these aside for now. Next is a paper container here. And this is fully recyclable. It does have a little bit of grease in it, but there's no big pieces of food. So this is just paper, and you can tell by tearing it a little bit. So that's completely recyclable. How about the bag itself? The bag is recyclable. In fact, you can take all of your grocery bags and bundle them together, just like this, and they can all go off to the U-Cycle program. Another place that you can take those things is for store drop-off at your grocery store. So Schnucks in Urbana is still doing drop-off for certain kinds of plastic bags and plastic materials. Here is a toilet paper bag, and you'll notice it does have a recycle symbol on it, but it says for store drop-off only. And so again, this is something that we can set aside and we can deal with at a different time. Next, a pizza box. Yes, pizza boxes are recyclable. Again, just like with this container, we want to make sure that there's not big pieces of food on there. A little bit of grease is okay. If the bottom of your pizza box is very soiled, rip that off, throw that in the garbage, and take the rest of it and put it in the recycling. I have some cutlery here. So here is a package of cutlery and then some loose cutlery. Unfortunately, this is all trash. So unless we can find another way to use it, it does go into the garbage. Same with your plastic drinking straws. Now there are lots of alternatives out there to plastic drinking straws, so look at your local grocery store for some reusable options. They come in metal, silicone, and then whenever you can, just let your people on the other end of the line know when you're ordering your carryout that you don't need utensils and you don't want straws. Refusing these items is one of the easiest ways to eliminate them from the waste stream. Some other common carryout containers, I've got some plastic here. Even the lid of the water bottle is recyclable. You're welcome to leave that on. I have a couple different kinds of paper cups here. Both have lids. The lids and the cups themselves are recyclable. Even though this is a hot cup, it's not the kind of hot cup with styrofoam in it. It is just paper, so I can tell that by tearing it. So this paper cup and its lid are recyclable. If I had a hot cup that had a styrofoam on the outside of it, that would not be recyclable. But the lid and the cardboard sleeve would both be recyclable. So again, some hot cups come in styrofoam, and we have a special place where we can take our styrofoam recycling in town. One last drink here. Again, this is a plastic container with a plastic lid. Only the straw is not recyclable, so the straw would go in the garbage. Next, I want to share with you some common packaging materials. A lot of us are getting more home deliveries these days, and when you get a package in the mail, it's probably going to have some packing materials in it. So, styrofoam, different shape and size than our other styrofoam examples here, but this can also go off to recycling at the DART facility. I have a bubble mailer. So this plastic mailer does have a recycle symbol on it, but it is not recyclable. It can go to store drop-off though. And then some bubble wrap. This is best to be reused if you can. Otherwise, it has to go in the trash. And then the box itself can be recycled. We just ask that you break it down and make it flat. So those are some of our most common items that we might be encountering today. What I'm gonna do next is I'm gonna take all of my styrofoam recycling over to the DART facility in Urbana, and I want you to join me. Everyone, I'm here at the DART Corporation, and I'm going to show you just how easy it is to drop off your styrofoam recycling. So here I'm just at a little bay where I can park my vehicle, and there's a little door here, so just open it up, and inside they provide you with these large plastic bags. And so you just take one of those and drop your styrofoam recycling into it. You can see they fit a lot, so there's a big load in here, and it's just that easy. Inside the drop-off area, you can get a good idea about all the shapes and sizes of styrofoam. It's polystyrene number 6 that they collect here. As you might know, styrofoam does not decompose, and so if this were to go to a landfill, it would just pile up year after year. Thank you all for doing your part to keep styrofoam out of landfills. Happy America Recycles Day from everyone at the Urbana Park District.
My name is Courtney, and I'm the recycling coordinator for the City of Urbana, and I will be discussing packaging waste in celebration of America Recycles Day on November 15th. Due to COVID-19, packaging is greater than ever before. In 2017, the US EPA said that over 80 million tons of packaging materials were generated in the US. This includes cardboard boxes, paperboard cartons, bubble mailers, bubble wrap, paper packaging, and plastic bags and containers. Of that 80 million tons of packaging materials generated in the US, 40 million tons were recycled, 8 million tons were incinerated, and 32 million tons were landfilled. Much of what was landfilled included plastic packaging such as bubble mailers, bubble wrap, and plastic bags. On average, every American discards 17 pounds of plastic annually. Nationally, only 9% of plastics are recycled from the waste stream. In the U-Cycle program, about 6% of plastics are recycled, and that's based on weight. However, there are things you can do to reduce packaging waste. When making online purchases, be sure to consolidate orders and choose to ship more than one item together. Contact the retailer and check to see if you can request less packaging or if they have a sustainability program in place. For example, Amazon has a frustration-free packaging program in which thousands of items are listed to ship with minimal packaging. Try to avoid meal delivery services. The single-use packaging is excessive, and much of it can't be recycled in the U-Cycle program. That includes things such as plastic single-use packets, insulation sleeves, or ice packs. Styrofoam may be recycled at DART Corporation's drop-off recycling program in Urbana. Though meal delivery services may reduce food waste, they produce more waste and energy than purchasing food at a local grocery store. However, the amount of packaging is excessive. It is best to avoid these meal delivery services if possible. During these COVID times, it may be difficult to shop in store, but many local retailers offer curbside pickup. Try to purchase goods locally to avoid packaging waste and excessive energy use from transporting the goods to your home. Another large source of packaging waste comes from restaurant carryout or delivery. Though it may be hard to avoid packaging waste with COVID, it is important to talk to your favorite restaurants and ask them what they can do to reduce packaging waste or utilize more recyclable or sustainable options. For example, highly encourage your favorite restaurant from using foam containers and instead using paperboard or No. 1 plastic containers, which both can be recycled in the U-Cycle program. Also, ask the restaurant not to include plastic utensils or straws in your order, which can't be recycled and end up in the landfill. Plastics don't decompose and remain in landfills for hundreds of years. Not to mention, plastics that end up in our waterways or ocean can sicken animals and harm our environment. It is estimated that 150 million metric tons of plastics are currently circulating in the world's oceans, so it's important to do our part. Finally, COVID-19 has presented us with many challenges. One of them is waste. To reduce some of the waste, consider using 3-ply fabric masks and wash after every use instead of using disposable masks when possible. Use reusable cloth gloves when handling items for daily tasks or errands instead of disposable gloves when possible. And don't forget to launder the gloves after every use. Try to buy local when possible and contact your favorite online retailers to see how they can reduce packaging coming to your home. Also, remember to ask your favorite restaurants ways in which they can reduce packaging materials through carryout or delivery options. But most of all, stay safe, follow safety precautions, and feel free to contact me at U-Cycle with any questions regarding waste reduction or recycling. Happy America Recycles Day!